here. So go to the code here and click on the curl command and automatically copy this curl command here and go to your browser and type here curl to HTTP client C#. Basically we will use the HTTP client to our Xamarin Android project. So that is the reason we are using this curl command, and we are just going to convert this curl command to the HTTP client, and it will automatically provide the code here. And we just copy this code here and go to the Xamarin Android project, and here I am creating a simple function, void function, as a pay via Razor. Okay, so first of all we need to execute this code here. So here is the HTTP client. We need to add the HTTP client DLL. So click on the it will automatically install the HTTP client library. So after successfully installing the HTTP client library, it automatically accepts this header here. You can notice that system.net.http is useful for this HTTP client. Okay, and this is the awaitable method HTTP client.send async. This is the asynchronous call, so we need to make our method as a async. Okay, so we need to use this media type header value, and we need to add the header system.net.http.headers. Okay, so now this is the payloads we have to send to the Razorpay, so that Razorpay can generate the order ID for us. So I am going to remove this, and we need to create a simple class, and we are using a simple JSON converter to automatically convert this payload to the JSON. Okay, so we need to create a simple class for that. So what we need to do, we need to go to the Postman, and here I am copying the payloads, and go to the, if you don't know how to create a class, you can also create this class. Also you can use the JSON2. Okay, so go to the json2c#.com, and after passing this JSON, it will automatically generate the C# class for us. So here I am going to paste the data, and it will convert this JSON data, and it will automatically convert and created a class for us. Okay, so now we need to do one thing, go to the PCL project, because we need to make the payment from the PCL project. So create a class here. So I am going to add a new class, and we are changing this name as a Razor payload. Okay, so after creating this class, I am going to copy paste these properties. You can also create this property manually, but this is the easy process if you cannot create this class from the JSON. So we already created a Razorpay payloads here, and now we need one thing. So we need to create a simple, so we need to pass this class to the string content here. So we need a converter for that. So going to the NuGet package, so click on the solution and click on the manage NuGet package for solution, and next download the newtonsoft.json, and newtonsoft.json library will be useful for converting the class data to JSON. And also we can also serialize and deserialize using this newtonsoft.json library. So after successfully installing the newtonsoft.json library, we have to do one thing. So we have to pass this class here, because we need to call this method for creating the order ID. So we have to use this Razor payload, and we have to convert this class to the JSON data. So what we need to do this, we need to create a string JSON data, JSON convert dot serialize object, and we need to pass the object here, and it will automatically convert this class as a JSON. So we need to pass this object here, and this JSON data will be useful for sending the payload to the Razorpay. Okay, so we are going to pass this JSON data here. So now we need to do one thing. Here you can notice that the request header automatically add a authorization attribute, and this is using the basic authentication. Okay, so you can use it directly here, and if you don't know how to create this base64 string here, you can also use the username and password programmatically, and you can create this base64 string here. So now we need to generate this base64 string programmatically. So we need to fetch the username as a username and a string as a password. Okay, so this is the 2 line of codes. It will automatically converted our username password to base64 string. Basically we are using encoding .utf8.getBytes, and we have to pass the username here, username and the password. Okay, and you can notice that the basic authentication means we have to pass the username and password separated by colon, and it will automatically convert it to the byte array. You can notice that this variable type is byte array. Okay, so we need to convert this byte array to the base64 string. So we will use the convert.toBase64 string method, and we are passing simple this byte here, and it will automatically generate this base64 string. So we need to use this base64 string here. So we are going to simple concatenation, and here we are removing this string, and we are concatenating this basic authentication key, because to use the basic authentication we have to use the header property as a authorization, and use the value as a basic, and give a space and paste it your base64 string. Okay, so this is the authorization part. Okay, so after successfully getting the response, we need to convert this response as a JSON string. So here I am taking a simple JSON response equals to response dot content dot read as string async. Okay, and we need to pass this response here. So after passing this response and using this response dot content dot read as string async response, and it is a asynchronous method, so we need to use a await keyword here. Okay, so after that, it will automatically return the JSON response, and we have to convert this JSON response to the class object. So we are using simple. Now the second things we have to do, we have to generate the response class for us. So go to the Postman. Also Razorpay returns this class. Okay, so now again goes to this JSON to .c#, and we are going to convert this class again, and this is the response class provided by the Razorpay. So go to the Razor payload and also implement this class here, Razor response. Okay, so here is the Razor response, and we need to do one thing. So we have to convert this JSON data to the class. So we are using this JSON response class. Response equals to JSON convert dot deserialize object, and we have to pass this class name here, and also we have to pass the JSON string. So after successfully returning this JSON data, we are going to convert this data to the response. So after that, when the Razorpay successfully return this order ID, then we will go to the checkout process. So we are just simply checking if string dot is null or empty, and simply check the order ID here, response dot order ID. Okay, so if this order ID is not null, then we will go to the checkout process. Otherwise we will show a simple things. We just show a simple toast message for here, toast.make test, and we are passing context here and the content as a payment error, and here the toast duration, toast length dot short dot show. Okay, so if the order ID is not generating there, that means it will shows an error, it will automatically show the error. And after getting this ID, that means this Razor order ID, we will goes to the checkout process. Okay, so now again goes to the documentation, and you can notice that after passing this parameter, it will automatically converted our data. Now we are going to the checkout process, and this is our checkout process, the initiate payment and the display checkout form. And this display checkout form will open the Razorpay payment page, and this payment page will offers from multiple payment types like UPI payment, debit card, net banking, and so on. Okay, so now we need to create a checkout for that. So to create the checkout, we are creating a simple checkout. So checkout equals to new checkout. So after checkout, we need to pass few parameters from this checkout.